Hello, welcome to the God Talk series. This video is on New Testament organization and time. So let's take a look. Recall Saint Jerome in the Latin Vulgate basically took the texts that were written by the different writers and put it together, and they are known as the Gospels. And there's other texts. So Gospels means good news, mostly about the life of Jesus. So let's talk about them. The first one's Matthew. Matthew was an apostle, a tax collector. He was the first evangelist to write the gospel, and he did it about 39 AD. Now these, again, are loose, like the others are loose, but you get the picture. Mark is the second one. Mark is a disciple, interpreter of St. Peter. St. Peter is the apostle and first pope. And this gospel was written about 43 AD. Luke, converted from St. Paul. He's a physician. And this gospel is written about 57 AD. And then John, apostle, was written in his gospel was written in 96 AD. Matthew's audience was targeted to the Jews. Matthew, Mark, and Luke are known as the synoptic gospels because they're similar, whereas St. John's gospel is not. Next is the Acts of the Apostles. The Acts of the Apostles are around 63 AD. It was written by St. Luke, and it's mostly about the early church life. How, again, it wasn't organized. It was groups of people in various regions of the Mediterranean Sea, which we'll see in a second. And then, they would expand and to preach, to the ends of the earth. So it's about a 30-year history of the church after the Ascension, and again written by St. Luke. 1 through 12 is the preaching and actions of St. Peter, and then 13 and 28 is St. Paul's apostolic labors. Okay, so that's kind of how that's organized. Now, coming down to St. Paul. Now, St. Paul was not an actual apostle, although he's called the apostle of the Gentiles. He wasn't the original 12. But anyway, he was beheaded in 67 AD, possibly the same day as St. Peter. And he spread the church, and this talks about the spread of the church and the oversight of the church. And he was trying to encourage people, especially those who were facing persecution, fraternal correction. In other words, if they were going back to their old ways of paganism, or maybe the Jewish life of morality, that kind of thing. Those are what basically the letters are about. So we got Romans. Well, Rome is not on the map here, but it's about here. This is Greece. Italy would be over here. All right. So Romans was written about 57 AD. And you got the 1st and 2nd Corinthians. So Corinth was right here, part of Greece, if you will. And that was written about 57 AD. Galatians was about 56 AD. So this is Asia Minor, or Asia Minor, and this is Galatia, and 56 AD. Ephesians, he wrote a letter to the Ephesians, which is Ephesus, the people of Ephesus, 62 AD. Philippians, 62 AD. You can see right here, the Philippines, right there, Philippi. Colossians is 62 AD. Colossians, right here. And this Thessalonians was 62 AD also, around. And Thessalonica is right here. And then 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy. And then Titus. 1 Timothy and 2 Timothy was 66 AD. Titus was 66 AD also. and Philemon. Now these are disciples of St. Paul or St. Peter, and he's communicating to them. And maybe they would be leaders, if you will, of the local church, or if you want to call them bishops. I believe Timothy might have been a bishop. So a bishop means a head of the church, basically. So there was different bishops forming right at this point in time. Philemon and Hebrews. So Hebrews obviously was to the Jewish folk. Here's Jerusalem down here. Just a little bit. Here's the Mediterranean Sea. Again, this would be Syria. This would be Israel right now. Again, this is Greece. This would be in modern day Turkey. All right. So, apostolic letters. Apostolic refers to from the apostles, supporting the churches and Christians' life. So these are next in the Bible. St. James the Less, 61 AD. St. James gets into a lot of stuff, but what he really enunciates and highlights is faith and works are both important. You can't have one without the other, and that's what he accents. And I might talk about that in a subsequent video. First and Second St. Peter, 48 AD. St. James was 61 AD. First, Second, and Third John, about 99 AD. Recall, John died about 100 AD, so this is right before he's about to pass. Again, he's not he didn't martyr, he just kind of died of old age. St. Jude and the Apocalypse or Revelations written by St. John, that would be 97 AD. Again, right before he is about to pass. Just so you know, the Revelations is not just the coming of the second coming. It's not the second coming only, and it's all this disaster. There's more to it than that, and I'll leave it at that. But there's more to it than that. It has to do with a little bit of nowadays and what's going on nowadays, not in terms of like the end of the earth stuff, in terms of worship. So in there you can find glimpses of how God is being worshipped. It's not just, the end of the earth. All right, I hope you enjoyed this quick video.